about to take our bullets.
Move like the ocean. Get in the soca commotion. Move up to the left, move up to the right. Get into the soca rage. Ooh, put your hand on the hip, boy.
That's right, Mr. Bullet Dasher. Welcome to another adventures of Bullet Academy. So, the topic is Nyla Blackman here. We're going to jump right into it here and I'll waste no time. You know how the thing goes. So, one day ago, this song was released here. How do you break down these kind of? Let's give it a listen, shall we?
I drink it rum and soda, póngame Benitola. I drink it rum and soda, póngame Benitola. Baby, I just wanna be your good friend. I don't wanna be your new guy. Baby, I just wanna be your good friend. I don't wanna be your new guy. You could tell me as a friend, friend. Tell me as a friend, friend.
So easy, Bullet. So, question is, what are we actually hearing? Are we hearing layering and creating that sound? What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna grab a workstation here. Um, let's see where we can go with this. Maybe, um, I'm gonna try the use synth bundle here. Now, from time to time, um, when it comes to these kind of production here, definitely going to be getting some new EDM-ish kind of synths happening here. So, it doesn't matter if you're using a retro board, whatever. So we're in F minor here. Now, the first thing we want to try to figure out, I'm gonna go on the policy here, is the tempo. So if I go back and play the song, sounds something pretty fast to me. So let me give it a little try here. I'm gonna try 130 here. Let's go to 150. Maybe 155. Yeah. 155 kind of more sound like it. Close to like the carnival of power or Jumbi, whatever I call it. 155, 160. I think 155 kind of matches up to where Nyla is. Because if you kind of meditate upon it and imagine it in your mind, tap, 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 and then that stick is going and picturing her singing "Na, na, 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 good thing." So you kind of have that idea of okay, like we need to get like a fast synth. So what is she playing? Um, go in here, and so she's going to F minor. So she's starting from C sharp major. First of all, let's look for let's look for a sound here. Let's see. Now we're not looking for the exact sound she's using. So we're using the C sharp major here. Rather than just going C sharp major, D sharp major, and F minor, we're going to elaborate and kind of create some smooth transition for it. So first of all, we want to kind of get into some keys, and I'm gonna try this poly puff one. So I'm not gonna play. I want to create movement like a one man machine, because if you listen to her intro here, right? I go back to Nailah's intro here, and there's that pause. So so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna try and allow it to sound like two bars. So I'm gonna hit the bass, C sharp uh bass, and I'm gonna be hitting the F minor here. And I'm doing the passing note here. So I'm going from here, and then I'm going back to the F minor. Now the bass is gonna be traveling up. So I'm gonna go here. You see the red key, C sharp, then D sharp, and then F. But since there's a pause, listen to the pause that she waited on, or not, you know. So C sharp major, D sharp major, F minor, pause, back to C sharp major, D sharp major. So what I want is, before we start to create the pulse, I want to kind of fill in the pause. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play, we're going to go there, the F major, the F minor, but with this key here. I'm going to use the G sharp major to fill in that pause. So rather than doing this, pause, let's put in the G sharp major in the pause. Now, here we go. Check this out. F major, G sharp major. But I'm going to play the notes here. We're going to do that. So that's what I'm going to play. I'm traveling the bass while I'm playing these notes here. Now, this has been done in pop music as well. So I'm just randomizing the notes. So let's do that. I'm going to bring up the metronome here. Here we go. Let's see if what I played makes sense. The last part, we're going to fix that. Right here on this note here. So I'm going to double click. I'm going to highlight both these notes, pull it back a little bit here. And I'm going to shave in the MIDI note here So I'm going to highlight both and hit the letter G. Turn it into one performance bar. I'm going to trim the front and the side as tight as I can on the snap so it duplicates perfectly in timing here. Go back. Let's do that. Here we go. Now, let me see if I can loop that on the right timer here. I'm going to take the left click here. I'm going to drag the arrow about so it loops exactly at the end of that fourth bar. Okay. Let's take a listen back to Nailah as well. I'm going to listen to mine. Maybe if we try 154, one speed beat down. Okay, so that kind of sounded better. Now, understanding what makes modern productions modern. Bullet like people. Sometimes I get annoyed by other people saying or asking me, but I try to be humble about it. What is Chess using? Where can I get that sound? What is Destra using? What kind of bass? Where can I get that sound? Um, tawa. Yeah. So, my answer is why worry about it? They're not asking other Nadia's producer what they're using. Everybody got their own sound. Some may have maybe the same workstation as you, but they maybe tweak the preset to sound a little bit differently. So it doesn't matter what they're using. The point is use the inspiration that you hear. They're like, hey, I like that timpani, banjo, whatever it is they're using there. It gives me an idea. So I think certain people needs to stop busting their heads. It doesn't matter what these bands, these singers, these artists, whatever produce, they create their own. Just like I'm creating our own version right now. People might be saying the same thing about us. What are we using? They feel like, well, the answer is in Dune. There's no Patrice or Destra Road March preset on here. And this is why now that's one thing, Tone. The second thing is look how we played these notes to sound like they're more than one. We didn't do what Nailah did. We didn't do this. Pause. That kind of song boring to me, but if I'm playing it sounds like it's something there to look forward to. Now, the next thing, create movement here. Add a little touch of delay. I normally have delay on, on standby. And it's very important that you listen to what these delays doing. So I'm going to send it and I'm going to mess around with the different notes here. If you're not hearing your delay, allow the high pass notes to come in, crank up the feedback a little bit, send it so you can hear. Now I don't want that, so I'm gonna push the delay note to quarter. the point is, ask yourself: is the delay, besides the delay, sounding musicals? Does it sound like another instrument is singing along with this thing? That's what I'm listening for when I adjust delays here. It sounds like a guitar is playing on the delay. Boom, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, something like that. If I want to hear more of that, I will let in more of the high frequency here. If I want to hear a little bit more, I can take off some of the low end. Now, what helps to allow the delay not to be too much in front of the instrument is we send the output of that delay uh, to a reverb. So now, depending on what I have on this lexicon here, so if I want to get like, let's say, try to get a stage concert vibe. Let's mess around with a reverb here. Now, what I'm gonna do here, the synth is coming out of the main. Let me push that out of the main mix bus. Play back. I hear like, like it sounds like that's happening. I'm gonna further adjust the reverb here on a lexicon to see if I can put that in a sound stage. Now I'm gonna see. I'm isolating just a delay here to see if we can hear what's happening on the reverb side. I'm gonna crank up the gain a little bit so we can actually hear that reverb, because I think it's a little bit low. Let's go back and play the instrument again. Now, I'm gonna take some of that same delay, well, not the delay, the instrument itself, the U synth, and send that directly through the reverb. Here we go. Like, really take your time to mess around. I'm like this is a golden legend. I mean, this is 2025 going to 2026, man. I'm just always excited about these UAD plugins here. I mean, you can really wave a magic wand on these things. Take your time and adjust these sliders. A quick crash course if you don't understand these sliders. You see the pre-delays the sound. You can even make the reverb sound like a delay as well. Delay the signal to pass through the reverb. Depth allows a dry and wet mix. Allow it the reverb to sound a little more immersive. Decay, or what you call treble here, is, you guessed it right, it's like a high-end EQ. You can roll off the top end of the reverb. Crossover, mess around with like some reflections of sound. Mid is what you call the room size. You can really push it up, you're going to sound like a never-ending dome. And bass, of course, take the bass off the reverb. Take your time to go through these things. See if I take off the reverb, the treble. So, on top of that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna probably a little bit of high pass on this sound. So I'm getting, let's back off on the delay a little bit. I'm getting a kind of more than one sound or vibe like I was going for. Let me check my VSC performance. So no, I'm not overkilling, So what do we do on top of that, Bullet? Let's load up another sound. I'm gonna drag another instance USYN in here. You see, it's very important from the beginning what we're choosing, and we're sound staging or sound toning or vibe. I'm gonna go on another random. Let's try lead. Remember, we have what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 8 different workstations to choose from. So let's mess around. Let's play what we have recording first, and then let's mess around with these leads, see what we can get. Now we can do two things with lead. We can kind of make it behave like a bass or like a drum. Let's mess around. Can do that. Now you don't want to get too crowded, play too much notes, because it's like it sounds like you're fighting with the instrument, which we kind of was doing just now. Let's push this in some delay and see if we can make some interesting sounds here. So we're gonna hit single notes, but let the delay kind of have an effect on it. Let's see what we got. We can do that. Let's go back. Here we go. Hit it again. So I'm creating a distant lead here. I'm going to double click on the bar here and fix a little problem at the front because this keyboard sucks. I'm supposed to pull this note back a little bit more here. Here we go. make sure you're playing your leads and it's on the correct timing correction. Because if it's a little off, although it's on cue, it might sound a little bit kind of throw off the rhythm. Like that note right there. So we're doing that. I'm going to bring the volume down a little bit. Now we can take that pop technique and let's see, maybe we can grab some from Waves here further. Let's bring in some elements here. I'm probably going to render this to audio because Waves is known to eat up a lot of CPU cycles here. You might say, Bullet, what are we doing here? We're creating sound. We're designing the synths to behave like there's more than one thing's happening, which literally we're putting in different synths because, lost my signal there a little bit. There's not much to the drums, but we're creating the atmosphere and we're using effects as well to assist us. So, and this is a beautiful thing about creation because I'm not like, oh, I need to sound exactly like my Blackman here. If I go underneath, let's try polysynth. There's a huge list of sounds. So, like I said, like the pop technique, meaning we can play. If we go back, here nailah once again. We can do something like this in this pop range, like we can do that. Let's keep on going through some sounds here. Let's try something here. Let's add some reverb to that. See how that sounds here. You see how gigantic it sounds? Let's add a little bit of delay to that. Push that delay up a little bit. Let's see if it's going to make sense. It sounds good by itself, but let's see if it's going to make sense with the stuff here. Here we go. Let's throw that in there for, for throwing sake. I'm gonna go back. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna play for one bar. Play back. Here we go. I'm gonna play it again because, as you can hear, let me make a little bit of adjustment real quick here. I'm gonna bounce down my samples to 176 on the delay, maybe to fix what I'm playing there. I'm playing the right thing, but MIDI keyboard is screwing it up. Go back. Here we go. Go back. Okay, nice. I'm feeling that. I'm just going with what I'm feeling here. I'm gonna duplicate that. This is kind of behave like some drums here. I'm gonna duplicate that a little bit. Uh, Go back to check our performance meter here. Well, to be on the safe side, I'm just gonna render the waves of the element to audio file here. So I'm creating strength in synthesizer section alone. Okay, so let me go over my mixer window here, and I'm gonna delete that. We'll keep the audio file. There's a couple notes I don't like on the keys. I'm just gonna dial that in, dial that out actually. Right here. Let's give it a little body. Now, the example I was demonstrating earlier, I'm gonna pull up another waves element here. Is like I said, do the pop thing. Traveler notes. I'm gonna go into polysynth E1. I'll see if I can get some different sounds in here. I'll cycle through this here, man. I mean, when you hear sounds, man, like it just it inspires you, man. Sometimes I find these things by accident, I just roll with it. There's something growling there. Well, let's keep on cruising here. That's what I'm talking about, like that pop feel. Keep on cruising. Not going to use that. This is what I like to do about synthesizer. You know, I like to experiment, find different stuff. I'm still in the polysynth area, right? No, I'm in harmonics. How did I get there? Let's go back on the top. Something like that can work. Let's push that in. Playback. Playback. check this out. This is an example of kind of a little bit overdue. This thing that we're doing here, we need to fix some of these notes. That one can work. That can work. Take this one out. Take that one out. So I'm having less traveling at the background. Now we need to get something rolling, like there's a drum moving here. I'm gonna check my performance meter here. As I suspected, I'm gonna render that to audio. So we want to make the synth sound like it's already a drum, if it makes sense. Like there's a pulse motion happening there. Check out that one there. Let's bring down the keys a little bit here. We're balancing while we're putting these sounds together. I'm gonna go. Let's see what else we can try here. Codecs. Let's pull codecs in the mix. So we're gonna look for a synth plate like it's kind of a drum. Like what do drum do? We do like pop pop chip, pop pop. We have that. We have the toms. So I'm gonna go to codecs. I'm gonna go down to polysynths here. So we're doing this. We're playing C sharp major with the F minor. But I'm playing the F minor with the inversion here. So that's how I want to play. Here we go. Go back. Let's take a listen to the sound. Now this is starting to sound a little bit more closer to soca, the way rhythmically it's played. I'm kind of happy with that. I'm gonna render one of these U synths here. Probably this one. just so I don't give a I don't have a little bit of a lag in the CPU here, because it don't matter if you're using a 9,000 laptop. These software ridiculously can eat CPU. You're pushing high quality, so you know. So we have four sounds here. We have this one. Second one. Let's add some reverb to that. Let's mess around with some bass here now to get a little bit of, you know, fill. So I'm gonna go underneath. I'll use a little bit of Nexus here, and I'm gonna try and use something kind of weird, but still nice. Let's see what we got with this here. I kind of like that super sign. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna roll off a little bit low end to play it on the safe side. Now I'm purposely, let's see how much I'm gonna lose if I roll off the top. Maybe about 60. Now I'm purposely playing it that way, like a delay gap, to give it a swing. Let's go back. I'm gonna rehearse. Trying to make something interesting here is moving from these notes. Let's go back. I'm gonna record now. LA LA 3A on that. We're gonna shave off a little bit of low end. So I'm playing something um totally not traditional, but it works with this. Go back to Nyla. We're gonna do a straight up kick. I'm gonna add that to the bass. I'm just gonna grab a battery 4 here. I'm gonna look for a kick drum. That's a bullet kick. Techno. Yeah, this one can work right here. Let's do that. Here we go. Let's level that off. Here we go. Let's lay off a little bit on the kick drum here. So up to about 65. If I roll off to about 70, the kick kind of loses its definition. I don't want too much definition to move from low end to kick. I still want that big stubby end and a large kick. Add a challenge strip on that. Compression here. We need to bring this up here. This kind of captures the flavor of soca music, so you gotta make sure you're careful what you're mixing in. We're going to take this down a little bit. Let's throw a limiter on that. I don't want that to get too loud. Try a little bit of envelope. You see, it takes time. We're creating a vibe, atmosphere. We're not just laying down synths. Let's try a little something here. So I'm going to use this envelope here, automate that randomly, and play around with the cutoff time. So I can get like a kind of little bit of guitar feel here. Here we go. We'll start at the back, 268. Let me go back. We're gonna do that again. Let me go ahead and erase that. I had it on bypass, so I'm gonna erase the bypass track for the automation. Um, so we have our frequency. There we go. Let's try a little bit of flanger here. Getting a slight little bit more mid-range kick. So we have a sound that's creating a soca feel of a synthesizer that we added a flanger, which really kind of bring the harmonics and like movement, like a Patrice kind of thing starting up there. So tomorrow we're gonna lay down the drums and we're gonna see how we can make the track move. So you see how it takes time to put these things together. Don't just play, and you're not improvise on your playing. If you're playing a 4-bar arrangement, every time you go back to the same arrangement again, play slightly differently and going up. You might say, what you're talking about, Bullet? I'm talking about this right here. If I'm playing this second time, I'm playing it slightly different every time to give it a little bit of movement, not to sound confusing. So we're gonna put in the rest of the ingredients tomorrow, and we're gonna make it shine like we always do, bulletproof things. So like the key thing to take away from today's session is be creative, be inspirational. Yes, we're inspired by the song. Now we're creating something that similar vibes to what we heard, but now it's new, it's fresh, and our inspiration is limitless, man. So I find it sound cool. I throw it in there. We know how far to push it. So we're gonna link up on session 2. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday, my brother. I hope Jadel send you a text soon and send me some rhythm in the bill, bullet. Send me the thing. Teach me something. So bless up every time, my brother. We're gonna link up tomorrow. Peace out with the bullet every time.